Halloween was so spooky that I think it's time to go and do something even scarier and go to hell, or in this case, go to the Nether. As you can see, my to-dos today are very linked. I need to get glowstone, and to do so, I need to make a Nether portal. And I'm not going to make a permanent Nether portal room because I want that to be deep down here. I want to make a big old spiral staircase, and at the bottom of there will be my Nether portal. But I want my staircase to have lots of glowstone in it, and so I need to get the glowstone first. Um, Otherwise, there wouldn't be much point in having the staircase at all. Obviously, to make a nether portal, you need, where's my diamonds? Here they are. You need to get a whole bunch of obsidian, and so I need to very quickly make a diamond pickaxe. That will give me um, sorry, let me just make this and then I'll talk. Yes, if I get a diamond pickaxe, I will be able to dig up that lovely obsidian and access the nether. And in fact, I'll make, while I'm down here, so I don't need to do it later, I will make a flint and steel, and I seemingly already have the flint on me, so now that didn't work. Now I have, aha, the flint and steel. And I will not put that in my my hotbar at the moment, because otherwise I may well goodness me, otherwise I may well set my house on fire. And yes, that would not be a particularly desirable thing to have happen. And if I head into my mines now, I should find an area um with obsidian. And if I think about it, it's probably easiest for me to go into the ravine that I found ages ago. I just need to remember exactly where it is. I don't think it's all the way up here. I think this is a dead end, or perhaps got some stair access to the top. But no, it doesn't. That is a complete and utter dead end. So let me just find another route. There are a few routes that you can go down once we reach this kind of central area of the cave. And I just need to remember the correct one. It might be, I think it's down here. Um, it certainly looks promising, going up and then going back down again. Um, but I'm not so sure. I don't remember it being this far. Oh! Oh, yes, here it is. Brilliant. And, where exactly was was the lava? It might be down there. Not this lava, but I'm sure there was a floor of obsidian where lava used to be. It might be over in this direction. If I can't find it here, for the sake of making this video not insufferably long, then I will cut the video until I find some obsidian, because at the moment I'm not doing a particularly good job of it. I know that this room is a dead end. Oh dearie me, perhaps I should have done this before I pressed record. That would have been what we call a good idea. Remember that? Good idea. I don't have them very often. And I need to have of a bite to eat now. There we are. I can run around now, however much I like. And this, yep, another dead end. I need a better cave. Right, I think maybe in the next video that's what I'll do. I'll go strip mining, and I'll see if I can locate a cave that gives me a few more things. Because at the moment this is decidedly naff. Oh, I keep on thinking I see some, and then it's just stone under the water looking dark. Oh, how irritating. I wonder if I can make some here. What if I put some water there? Ah, I did it a little bit. I've only made one though. And yeah, there's only one bit of lava down here. So I am going to have to find some more. Unless this is the start of a lava lake. I don't believe it is, sadly, though. Let's see. Ooh, exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Oh, come on now. Okay, yeah, just one piece of obsidian. Right, I'm going to do something I don't like to do. I'm going to cut the video until I've got 10 pieces. I believe that's the amount that you need to get a nether portal built. Oh, at the very least, I will join you when I find some obsidian. And look, iron. I need to get that later. Right, I will I will see you in a moment. Right, I am in my caving system. This is where I get all of my diamonds and the like from. And I have just found this. Look at this. This is exactly what it is that I need. If I pour a whole bunch of water over here, over all this lava, look at that. It turns into obsidian. And so I think what I will do is I'll make myself a little area here. And from here I will need to get 9 more pieces of obsidian. And I could cut the video here. But I'm sure much like I do, you love just watching it when people mine obsidian for ages and ages and ages. So let me talk to you about my university, because I've always said I like to keep you oh, I accidentally just unclicked that. Now I'm going to have to take longer mining that. Whoopsie daisy. But yes, I like to keep you updated with my life, not all the intricacies and not all of the personal details. But I don't know. I'm not one of those people who just want to run around talking to you about the game and you don't actually know anything about me. Not, as I've said before, that I'm particularly interesting, but since you clearly have nothing better to do, I might as well, I don't know, try to entertain you. Don't know why you're watching this when you have so many other wonderful things that you could be doing with your life. You could be outside, you could be playing a ball game, you could be learning a language, you could be learning a skill, you could be knitting, you could be sewing, you could be doing some exercise. But no, you're watching me. And before I talk to you, I just want you to sit for a moment and consider your life choices. Okay, that's enough time to sit and consider your life choices. So my university is going quite well. You will be happy to hear. Hopefully, you will be happy to hear at least. And I have completed now my assignment. I think I mentioned it in my last video, my Halloween video. Not sure if I did, but I meant to. But I have completed my assignment. So when I recorded my Halloween video, I didn't have much time to complete the assignment. I only had, goodness me, Halloween was on Tuesday and it was due in on Friday, and I'd only done about half of it. So, yeah, I was quite stressed. But now I have completed it. I finished it last night, a whole 6 minutes before the deadline, so thank goodness that there weren't any technical issues. And I've learned a good deal, good few lessons from this. Basically, do the bloody work. That's a very good lesson to have learned. The thing is, I'm not a good academic person. I don't like it, and I find any excuse to procrastinate rather than to just knuckle down and get the job done, because I know that when I knuckle down and when I do get the job done, I, I just find it so difficult, and I really, really hate it, and that's something that I need to do and fix and change, and I'm in the process of it. I now know that I need to start earlier. I thought that starting about 2 weeks before it was due was a good plan. It wasn't. I needed to start a few weeks before then. Well, that's something I've learnt. But to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not going to change. Or at least, I am going to change. I am going to do better in terms of... Where should I put this portal? Let's put it over here. I am going to do my work earlier than I have been doing so. But I'm still going to hate it. I'm still going to have an absolutely terrible time doing it. And so I think what I'm going to need to do is create some rewards. I don't know what these would be, but I always hear that working for 25 minutes and then having a 5-minute break is a good way of doing things. I don't really do things that way. I always, oh, I should probably get some cobblestone on me. There we are. Yeah, I never do things the sensible way. I just kind of work for hours and then get really burnt out. But my next assignment is to do with English and to do with phonics. And this time I'm shaking my hand like I'm pointing like I'm giving a political speech. Next time, I pledge to you, I will actually do that whole 25-minute work, 5-minute break thing. See how it works. See if it actually is a good way for me, and Dear Lord, why is this rice spawning? See if that is a good way for me to work. Yeah, oh dear, this is going to be a real nightmare to place any blocks. We will see how it goes. And outside of my university life, actually no, not outside of my university life. I haven't said everything that I wanted to say about that yet. So yeah, it is irritating that I am not particularly good at the whole academic side of things, but this is after all my first assignment. I will get better over time. But also I have my first placement very soon, for obvious safeguarding reasons. I mean, I haven't been told this because I don't think anybody knows that I have a YouTube channel, but even if I had, oh goodness me, I haven't been told this, but I shouldn't have to be told that I am not going to be giving any information about any of the children that I work with or where it is that I'm working. I won't give any anecdotes. I might say this is the extent to what I will do. If I refer to my placement on YouTube, I will say there was a child who I was working with who said that I looked nice, and that was nice to hear. Maybe that's the extent of what I will talk about in regards to my placement, but I will, as I say, for very obvious safeguarding reasons, not be discussing it on YouTube. That just sounds like an absolute nightmare and very unprofessional, and I may not be very good at doing assignments promptly, but I assure you I can be very professional. And there's some land over there. Let's try to make my way over there. But I'm really excited for my placement. It is in 2 days' time, and I will be, I think I said already, but if I didn't, I will be in a year 3 classroom. I haven't met the teacher yet. I had a meeting with one of the staff members on Friday, but I haven't actually met the teacher that I will be with, so I'm really looking forward to meeting her. And yeah, I really have no idea, absolutely no idea what to expect. Oh, how am I going to get this glowstone? I think I'm just going to have to do this a very boring way and make a massive bridge and a massive platform. But I'm so excited for my placement. I can't wait to tell you if it's successful or not, and what teaching I've been doing, because obviously I'll be able to say things like, oh, I did music today. I was able to talk about the C major scale, but we didn't quite get to C minor. I might tell you about that. And I don't know if you find this interesting, but if any of you watching this are trainee teachers, or are teachers reminiscing about being trainees, or are thinking about becoming a teacher, hopefully listening to my story and what I have to say is interesting and exciting for you, as interesting and as exciting as it is for me, at least. But that, dear viewer, is not the only interesting and exciting thing that I've got going on at the moment. No, no, no. I also am in the process of starting a new volunteer position. I know you know that I love to volunteer at the local historic house where I do tours, and don't you worry, I won't be stopping doing that. I'm in fact need to get more stuff now. I will be doing 2 tours at that house in tomorrow, both in the morning and afternoon. So yeah, I'm going to be very busy there, so I'm definitely not finishing doing my historic volunteering, but I'm also starting volunteering tonight at a local theatre. It's a very small theatre. From the outside, it literally just looks like a normal Victorian terraced house, but when you go inside and up the stairs, you go through these lovely old doors and you find yourself in an auditorium. You walk past the stage to get to your seat, and once you sit yourself down, it's like you're in a normal theatre, a small theatre. In a small theatre. I grant you, it's only, I think, odd seats that they've got, but it's so cool. And I tonight, for the first time ever, will be working at the bar. Um, I've let me think. I've been told before by some friends that I would be excellent working at a bar, and maybe one day I'll become a barman or a barwoman. But at the moment, I have no experience. I don't even know what alcohol is supposed to go in which glass. I mean, whenever I get a can of beer or a cherry bee or anything alcoholic at home, I literally just put it in a coffee cup. I am the most unsophisticated person when it comes to alcohol consumption that you will meet. And um, and so before I start today, and I might use my diamond pickaxe for this just because it's quicker. And although I don't want to waste the diamonds, I also don't want to get shot off here by a ghast. Which is why I'm building this out of cobblestone, because that is resistant to ghast fireballs. But yeah, I'm so unsophisticated and uncultured when it comes to knowing what alcohol goes where, you know, in which glass. And so I'm before 7 o'clock, which is when the doors open. I need to research and learn, you know, what goes where, the the ways in which alcohol is socially consumed. Which sounds like a bit of a strange thing to have to revise, but if ever I do want to go and become a barman, which I do think would be such a cool job. I mean, my brother used to work, he may still work actually, not sure, he's recently moved to London, so I don't know what his job position and all that is at the moment, but certainly in the past has worked in a bar, and he's very cool. So maybe if I ever work in a bar, I may even become cool myself. Also at the theatre, they have been saying that they may want somebody to do the lights, and so perhaps one day I will do some training. And I'm very aware of the fact that some of this glowstone is sadly going into the lava, but never mind. But maybe one day I will be able to do the training necessary to go up the ladder, because there's a lovely metal ladder, and perhaps I will be able to go up the ladder and do some work in the lighting area. It'd be cool. I'd be actually able to see the plays, which I'm not able to do from the bar, um, and I'd learn a new skill. And that's why I think it's important to go out and do voluntary work, because you don't get paid, and being paid is nice. Obviously, I like money. Who doesn't like money? Oh, sorry about that. I just had to cut the video. I believe. Hang on, what am I doing? I'm getting a whole bunch of glowstone. I believe, I can't exactly remember, so apologies if I'm absolutely completely mistaken, but I believe that I was just talking about the fact that everybody loves money, and so why do people like myself decide to waste their time volunteering? Well, simply, I don't believe it is a waste of my time. It's it gives me, oh dear Lord, why is it so hard to get everywhere? It gives me loads and loads of skills that I wouldn't otherwise have. And I believe that there is a nether fortress, so I think I'm going to chisel my way through this little bit of netherrack. I think that'll be the safest way of getting there. But why do I volunteer when it doesn't give me anything, any money? Well, it does. It gives me lots and lots of skills. For instance, when I'm doing presentations at the university, unlike a lot of my peers, I haven't had any experience in school, not properly at least. I've only ever done the tiniest bit of, funnily enough, volunteering at my old school, which was a through school. So I would go during some of my breaks downstairs into the primary section. So I volunteer because it gives me experiences that I wouldn't otherwise have. Having become a tour guide, I am able to be really engaging and quite comedic in my presentations. Maybe not so engaging and comedic in my YouTube videos. That's still a skill I'm yet to develop, but I'm able to do a fairly good job within my university teaching in terms of presentations. For example, we did one the other day on RE. In fact, on Halloween, I was part of a group of 5 who I can't find the word, who not produced but who delivered, that's the word I'm looking for, a group of 5 who delivered a really good RE lesson. And I wouldn't have had these presentation skills that I was able to take to these lessons that I've done. It only was about 10 minutes long, it wasn't a full lesson, but to these kind of practices, and then next week to the actual classroom, because I have this experience doing tours and engaging with people for long periods of time, an hour and a half, I'm able to do this without panicking and feeling stressed, which not everybody in my year group, not everybody in the university can say. A lot of these people are quite worried about their placement and are quite stressed, but I'm in a fortunate position where I am not. And similarly, by volunteering, by doing all of these different things that I do, like the theatre, which I'm starting tonight, I will be able to serve drinks and work a till. I've never worked a till before. At the historic house, they only use electronic payment, so I've never worked an actual till with cash. That if ever I want to get a job, say in a in like a supermarket, if I want to go to my local Tesco or Lidl or Asda or Aldi or whatever, not Sainsbury's, I can't be doing with Sainsbury's, but if I want to go to one of those places, being able to say that I have done work, cash handling work, that's gonna be, such a strength that not everybody will have when getting that job. And I haven't had to I haven't been paid while doing this, I haven't had to make a CV. It's really good, easy access into the world of work, I feel, doing all of this volunteering stuff. And if those selfish reasons aren't enough for you to do all of this, then fair enough. Volunteering isn't for everyone. But if you're feeling bored, if there isn't much that you find fulfilling in your life, I suggest volunteering. Find something that you're interested in. Perhaps you want to lead a local football club. Perhaps you want to do something history based, which is what I do. But anything, why not give it a try? And why did I think this was a good idea? I'm here not to go to the Nether Fortress. I came here to get other things. I came here to get glowstone. This was a terrible idea. I don't like dying. There were blazes shooting at me. Yeah, that could have gone a lot worse. However, just through there, oh bloody hell, still being shot at. But through there is some access to land, so I might see if I can brute force my way through there. That might be a thrilling climax to my video. You know what, I'm going to do something largely sensible here, and I'm going to make a little chest, and I'm going to put in my little chest my precious things. So my glowstone and my water, because I don't need that here, and my diamond pickaxe, and my flint, no, my flint and steel I won't need. I'm going to make sure that I have all of these here, so that if I die, I don't lose the precious things. And now I attack. And now that I've spoken for a bit about volunteering, and that's a point, I never know when I'm making these videos how much sense I'm making, how rambly I am, or if what I'm doing is actually semi-decent. I never know until I'm actually in the editing process. So I'll go away. So I'm really looking forward to rewatching this video once it's complete and seeing if I make any sense or if this is the most boring thing since sliced bread. But go away, go away. But either way, I want to talk to you quickly about Doctor Who. as a lot of you know, I am quite a big Doctor Who fan. Am I about to get shot up by a blaze? I think I am. Okay. And I should be safe now. And oh my word, there was glowstone above my head. That's brilliant. So while I heal up, yeah, I'm a big Doctor Who fan. And recently, there has been some Doctor Who news, and it's what I wanted to talk to you about. On Halloween, I said, oh my word, there's Doctor Who news. At the very end of the video, I said there's Doctor Who news that I want to talk to you about, but I've run out of time. I'll talk about it in the next video. And so before I forget, my Doctor Who news, what was it? Well, simply, I found out. Oh, go away, go away, go away. I found out that there was going to be a new Doctor Who series coming out. Not as in a Doctor Who season, but as in a spin-off show featuring a whole bunch of the classic series companions. And as I had discussed before, the classic era of Doctor Who is my favourite era. Much prefer it to the new stuff. Not that the new stuff is bad, it's just not to my taste. And it turned out that there was a new series coming out called Tales from the TARDIS, featuring the 5th Doctor, the 6th Doctor, the 7th Doctor, then the 1st Doctor companions, Vicky and Stephen, 2nd Doctor companions, Jamie and Zoe, the 3rd Doctor companion, Jo, and her kind of friend from the Sarah Jane Adventures, Clyde. Something I need to watch, actually, the Sarah Jane Adventures. I've not watched much of those. It was also, well, it has now because it's out now, but also features, oh, let me think, oh, go away, go away, go away, also features Perry, Tegan, and Ace, and all of these characters, aside from Clyde, which I don't particularly know, but all the other characters are ones that I absolutely adore and have loved, and especially Vicky and Stephen are ones that I've wanted to come back to the show for quite some time. And so I'm really pleased that this is a thing that's happening. And on Halloween, it was going to come out the next day, and I was just so beyond excited. And now that I've watched it, it's on BBC iPlayer. If you're in England or, well, the UK, you can go and watch that for yourself. It's really good. I mean, I expected it to be kind of nonsense fluff, and I was exactly right. It is nonsense fluff. But I love nonsense fluff. And it's basically a classic Who story, most of which I love. There's one, the Time Meddler, which I'm quite indifferent towards, but the others that they used, I love. And so 6 classic Who stories that's sandwiched between the characters who I've spoken to you about, be it the not the 3rd Doctor, he's dead, Jo Grant and Clyde Langer, I think his surname was, but those who were paired and a whole load of people were paired up, they kind of arrive in a memory TARDIS. It's weird, it's wacky, but because it's kind of Time Lordy technology, it works, in my opinion. And they have a chat about the story, and they just have kind of a reflective time. And I think it's really good, I think it's great. For instance, in Earthshock, spoilers for this story if you are interested in classic Doctor Who spoilers, but in Earthshock, which is the story where famously the companion Adric dies, that's the one that they discuss, that the 5th Doctor and Tegan discuss in Tales from the TARDIS. The next story in the 5th Doctor's era was Time Flight. Terrible story, but in the original, they literally just go, Adric wouldn't want us to be upset, let's just have the story now. And then in Tales of the TARDIS, some 4 decades later, we have the 5th Doctor and Tegan say to themselves, that was just really sad. And we never spoke about it because we didn't want to. Because we just like to move on, and we should have spoken about it more. And I found that stuff really nice, and I find very lovely from the point of view of somebody who found that scene quite jarring in the original series in classic Doctor Who. And then also, oh, more glowstone. Also, there's the whole Blu-ray DVD, not Blu-ray DVDs, Blu-ray classic Doctor Who collection box sets. And they are these kind of, well, trailers for these box sets of classic Doctor Who seasons, and the Tales from the TARDIS TV show has kind of made sure that it's clear that this is canon. I won't explain why, you'll have to watch it for yourself, but they reference things like Nyssa happening, and they reference Perry visiting. I've just explained it. I don't know why I said I'm not going to explain it, but I just explained it. But they reference Nyssa, and they reference Tegan. Not Tegan, sorry, they reference Perry going to her husband's memorial, and all sorts of things that happen in these box set trailers. And I think it was just so well done and so absolutely lovely. But that, I believe, is it. I don't know, I dread to think how long this video was. I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I'm just going to finish by being a little bit soppy and saying, thank you for my new subscriber. I'm, as of recording this, on 33 subscribers. 32 of those I had before I started making these videos. But on my Halloween video, somebody subscribed. I appreciate that immensely. It's done strangely well on YouTube. It's got about 60 views, which may not sound like much, but for me, that's about 3 times the peak of my view count. And I don't do these for the views. I don't do these for the subscribers. But much like I was talking about earlier, with liking money, even though it's not my main motivator, I like getting all these subscribers and things. I don't do it for the subscribers, I don't do it for the views, but it's still a nice thing when it happens. So thank you to that person, and yeah, I hope that you have now unsubscribed, because you have found how thoroughly boring my videos are. Um, but for now, I thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, where, as I said, we will be going mining, or I will do some work on this staircase. I will see how I feel at the time. But I rambled on for far too long now, as I so often do. So I'm just gonna click the stop recording button now. There we are. Goodbye. Toodle pip. All that jazz. Oh, it's like a phone call, and you don't want to be the one to hang up. Just click off the video. Click off. Go on. Go on. You do it. I won't. You do it. Fine. I'll do it. Bye.